Today I'm taking my favorite out, my hot tub. It formed a leak on the bottom, and this type of hot tub is so insulated from underneath that there's no room to look in. Even if you tear out huge chunks of it, it's so packed you can't find a leak. So today I'll take out the brain controller of the two pumps that are operating the system, and obviously disconnect it from the breaker box first. What is today's date? I think it's August the 11th, 2016. So it's been a great spa, or not a spa, but a hot tub, jacuzzi, or whatever they call it. But it's time, it's got to go. And I'm the guy going to do it. Now on YouTube, I've researched several ways of doing it. Some of them, you know, put straps on it, lift it, haul it over a fence, and drag it with a car. Some of them drag it over into the yard and cut it with whatever mechanisms and quarters to haul it to the dump. I've seen some do the Zawzaws and cut them up. I think what I've got to do is I'm going to have to do the Zawzaw, because it's so hard to get to this area now, as it's overgrown in the last 10 years with trees and everything else. So my only option really is to start taking it out in sections, piece by piece by piece. But we're starting today. Okay, what you've seen me do so far is I've taken the one motor out. I'm going to be taking the next motor there out. And in the middle is the control unit that runs both pumps, and it runs the heater, and it runs the high and lows on both pumps, and even the lights to the spa. All of this stuff is still working. So I'm going to keep it, and we'll go from there. But all of this has got to come out before I actually start breaking down the tub in its current location. Okay, the pump is gone, the other pump is gone, the brain is gone, the light works are gone, the heat controller is gone. So now, and I tore off the side of the board protection for all that equipment, that's gone. So now I'm actually getting ready to cut into the framing, as you saw with this little guy. Now, my next shot will be showing you pulling off the skirting, the outside skirting, and showing you that it is packed height to floor, side to side, with thick foam. So this hot tub was heavy duty with foam because of the severe cold here. Many weeks here, days going in and out at 17 degrees as a high. As a high. So that's why it's heavy duty with the foam, and that's what makes this one a little bit more difficult than the other ones you may have seen on YouTube, because they sort of just spray the foam in around the bottom and on the joints because they're not in severe weather elements. This makes it really difficult, but it's working, so we'll see. That side is done. I've showed you what we did with it. Now here's what this side looks like, packed with the foam, and it goes that way all the way around. I've already did the other side, but you can see if I were to sit here and spend days going through that foam, chipping it out, I'd never get to where I'm trying to go to fix any small leaks. And in this case, this tub was working just fine. Beautiful. Love it. It just had a leak at the very, very bottom, and with it being sopping wet, and 90% of the time, if you tip these tubs over once they're old and you try to fix the leak, the fact that you tore it that 800-pound hot tub on its side, twisting it back and forth, trying to get it back in its place, you're going to loosen the other fittings that are in the hot tub. So it's like an endless story of leakage. So this is really the only way out. Well, I got the corner. And the corner has the return filter, and then it has another filter that goes out, and it's all connected way underneath, down at the bottom where it's really hard to get to. But as you see, you can start seeing the actual hot tub. Okay, I'm about a third of the way cutting the hot tub out. But because the motors and the central controlling unit was all right here, so were the majority of all the pipe. There were a lot of pipes sitting right here. So it won't be as congested here as I move out from this point on. As you can see, I got the electric disengaged from this end as well. So it's coming along, a little bit of effort, but piece by piece, I will get it torn apart. This is where the controller was, the lights, the motors, the two motors. So now that this is gone, the congestive area of all the pipes are here where the motors were. And since I couldn't see them because they're all hidden in this foam, it took a little while to get to them, and slowly, one by one, I cut them out. The good news is now that this congested area is gone, as I start moving into the other outlets, the jet outlets, then one by one I can start clipping them because I know where they're at, and it'll be easier to get rid of. But as you see, piece by piece, I'm getting rid of the hot tub. Okay, trying to take it off corner at a time. And that helps remove some of the support that's in the framing, makes it more flexible. So, try. Piece by piece. There's also metal framing and hard woods. This piece right here is really hard wood. It's really hard to saw through. Plus there's the outside wood, and there's metal supporting the back side of this. So it slows down the sawing. Once you get through all that, and you're cutting right through. Piece by piece. of the big ones, so I had to go to the small one. But salute. All in a day's work. This is the last section of the wall. These things weigh 800 pounds, as I mentioned in the beginning, empty and without the equipment hooked to it. They're very heavy, so there was really no way I could get it out of this area because I have too many things in the ground around here that are sensitive, so I couldn't do it. And you don't know how it hurt to see the hot tub perfectly running with both motors being quiet and going through their cycles, high and low, and the lights on, and the ambience and under the tree. But when it started leaking right about in this area here, for me being here alone trying to do this, it's almost nearly impossible to be able to lift it into the air enough and then get under it or lift it to its side and start gouging out all this styrofoam. It just wouldn't do it. There's no way. And like I said, there's no guarantee that you wouldn't have created leaks at the other joints. You know, these or the seat joints or down in the floor joist under the 2x4. You don't know what you would have done. So this was the answer, guys, plus beer. More of those beer breaks. But we're getting it cut up, guaranteed. Oh, do you think for a practical joke I should invite some guests over tonight? You know, just potluck, bring whatever over, and then I'll invite them, of course, because nobody knows I'm tearing this up, except you guys now. But wouldn't it be great if I invited like 10 people over for a hot tub party, because it's still summer here. It's like 85 degrees today. And don't tell them anything. Have them all come over and tell them, well, here's the hot tub. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta do it. That one was getting warm. Ice cold. You can't beat a nice, hard, laborious job without, well, it's 5.9% alcohol, and after 10 of these things, I'm lucky to be running the saw, but I'll get it done. I'm getting it done today. Got it done. Except I just wanted one more sit down in my most favorite seat of the hot tub. And that's this right here. So I'm done. It's just a matter of cleanup. And another toast to my beer breaks. And another one to salute. Oh man, this thing ain't even foam. What kind of beer is this? All right, instead of ice bucket, it's beer bucket. How's that? Yay, salute, salute, salute. My last one, I ain't getting rid of it. Now that is how you get rid of a hot tub. Bye for now.